Hello YouTube, and welcome to the 4th episode of Xisuma's World. I'd like to start off this episode by talking about some of the comments that were left in the previous videos. First of all, I've been informed that Silk Touch no longer works with ice, and as disappointing as that is, I am right next to the snow biome, which does mean I could use pistons to move the ice blocks into my base. Second of all, I've been told that the eggs don't actually damage the chickens when fired out of the dispenser. That's just like snowballs, they appear to do damage but they don't. So this means I can move the dispenser back down and I can move this clock as well. Now the third thing, something green has been in touch with me and told me that I've actually made the EXP farm with the 2 water source blocks wrong, so I'll be going back there later in the video and we'll be fixing that, and I'll show you what I did wrong and how you can do it correctly. So in the last video we built the chicken farm and I've spent all day hatching chickens and collecting their eggs, and now what I want to do is test the machine with a full load of chickens. As you can see, there's quite a lot in there, and here's my eggs. Now I still haven't been to the Nether, so I need to light the dirt block again. And hit the switch. There we go, here come the chickens. There we go, they've all gone down. Oh, the fire's gone out. Good timing. Well, I can see some survived, but let's see how we done. Oh. Okay, so it does work. You can see there the trapdoors were collecting the drops, although because the dirt went out it means these guys escaped, and I'll leave them there for now. So I need to go to the Nether and get some netherrack really, but there you go, it's proof that it works, and I'm going to have to work on that dispenser and a few other things on this before it's finished. So before we start work on the chicken farm, I want to take some time in this episode to come down here to the quarry and do some work on it. We're going to be using this area for the underwater animal breed machine, and I'd like to thank Thomas Burgundy. I'm not sure I pronounced your name correctly, but he came up with the idea of calling this place Atlantis, which I really like. So what I'm going to be doing is making the area bigger and preparing it for the animal breed machine. One of the first things I wanted to do was start on the walls here, and I was thinking of making walls out of sandstone half slabs, and that way we'd have a view of the water behind it, and perhaps I could use some pumpkins to light it up as well. It's going to be quite difficult to do without, you know, messing up all of the water, so I'll be doing some experiments. Oh, hello. And then I'll get right back to you. So I gave it some thought and I realised it's actually quite easy to do without messing up the water. But yeah, I think that looks really good. I'm very happy with the way that turned out, and I'm definitely going to use this as the walls. I might make the walls slightly different in the corner to give it some sort of variance, but all you have to do really is drop in some sand like this, then you go underwater and you place them against the blocks on the back like that, and there you go. Really easy to build, and we haven't messed up any of the water the other side of the wall. Anyway, I thought this would give me a good opportunity to do another time lapse, because obviously this is going to take a lot of time and it's a lot of work, and I'll do all of that and put it into a time lapse, and yeah, here we go. So there we go. Obviously it's not finished yet, but I've got a good portion of it done for now. The animal breeding machine is obviously it's taller than 4 blocks high, and that's the height of the room right now, so in the future we'll have to dig the floor down and make the whole place bigger. But for now, you know, I really enjoyed doing that, and I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I've built a small little base down here and got some food supply going, and there's only one thing I'm unsure about at the moment. I've left in the half slabs up the top here, and I probably will remove them, but I'm just going to leave them in there for now. I'm not sure if I like it like that, but for now anyway, we're going to move on to the EXP farm. Okay, so I'm just on my way to the EXP farm, and I've encountered a slime. Now, I've encountered slimes just around this area quite a few times before, so it may be a good idea to come back here later and clear out the area and do some more tests, and if they keep spawning I could perhaps build a slime farm down here. So, I just got 11 slimes from that, and that's quite good actually, because I realised that I was going to need some. And if you can hear that noise... Hello, another one. Seems to be my lucky day for slimes. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to be fixing the spider farm. And up here I've got a new idea for a new circuit. The reason I want to create a new circuit is because this one has actually been playing up a lot, and I think it must be something to do with the full game being released and redstone having changed. But basically what happens is the output sometimes just starts flashing and the whole circuit goes a bit crazy, so I'm going to try and capture that on film so I can show you what's wrong with it. But I'm going to build a new circuit now, and it's going to use a T flip-flop, so I'm going to build that and then explain to you how exactly it works, and then I'll be fleshing out this room up here, and after I've done that I'll show you it, and then we'll go back down and fix the spider spawners. So I've just finished making the new circuit and I really like it. It's a lot more reliable than the old circuit, so what I'm going to do is just explain to you how it works and then show you in action. So first of all, you start it off by hitting this button and you'll be powering this redstone wire behind it. Now the redstone wire splits off into 2 directions. This one here will be the delay, and this one here goes straight to this device here, which is called a T flip-flop, and that's also where the delay goes to as well. Now the T flip-flop, what it does is it moves this block from left to right each time it receives an input, and the way it does that is these torches are always powering the pistons either side, and because there's a block there, one of them can't be extended. So when this receives an input, it's going to retract both pistons, and then when the torches come back on, the piston with the block next to it will extend before the other one. So each time it receives an input, it's going to move the block back and forth. And this torch and repeater here, they power through the block when it's on this side, and behind that is a repeater which powers the redstone wire for the crusher pistons. So let's just show you that in action. There you go, you can see it's changed, and then it comes from the delay and it changes it back, and now all the mobs should be ready for one hit kill. There we go. Okay, so there's 13 repeaters on the delay part, and this is the only thing I really need to play around with. It might be a good idea to change 1 or 2 of the settings to make the mob crushing more efficient. But yeah, if you understood that, please let me know, and if you didn't, just ask questions and I'll do my best to reply to you and explain how it works so you can make it in your own map. So I'm working on the crusher room, and I had to dig back this wall a bit, and I found a cave which turned out to be a ravine, so I went exploring it and I found this nice waterfall, and I just thought I'd show you it. It's pretty cool. There you go. Okay, so I've finished work on the mob crusher room. I quite like how it looks. I decided to use wool because I was getting a lot of strings from killing these guys. I might come back and change that with something else though, and also again I've used pumpkins, but the room's a little dark. I don't know if any mobs will actually spawn up here. I've hidden all of the circuit around the back here. Had to make the room a little bigger and move some things around. And I'm just going to show you the mob crusher. It's still not working quite how I'd like. As you can see, they sort of gather here for a while and then occasionally they jump up. I was playing around with a water source behind here and having a stream flow down there, but I haven't got that working yet, so this sort of works at the moment. But anyway, what you do is you hit the switch and that puts out the bottom piston, so you'd stop any mobs coming through this way, and then we hit the crusher. Okay, and then we'd hit them all. Yeah, and when we're done hitting them, I would hit the switch over there. And also all the loot and stuff will drop down on top of the other lapis block. You don't have to use lapis, I just decided to use that since I had some with me from caving. Okay, yep, and then like that you can collect all your drops, hit the switch, and then it's ready to go again. Okay, so Something Green been in touch with me through the comments and let me know how to fix this. Basically what I did wrong is I let the water flow off on top of these source blocks, and what we actually need to do is have another row of source blocks on top, like this. You can't actually place the ones above one apart to have the water source regenerate, because it won't regenerate unless there's a solid block underneath, so that's why I'm having to do it this way. Okay, so now I'd remove all of these blocks. And there you go, that should be ready. But I haven't tested it on these two yet. So what I'll do now is I'll do the same thing I've just done in that one on these two, and then we'll test it. Okay, so I've changed the spawners and I'm doing my tests. And I don't know what's happening, but it does look like they're actually drowning, so Something Green, perhaps I've done it wrong again, I don't know, but with it set up like this here, they actually just seem to drown. One or two of them tried to climb up. Here we go. Okay, and then that one fell down and he doesn't come back up. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to fix this in the future. So we're back at the chicken farm and I've made some big improvements. First of all, I sorted out the roof and I've lowered the dispenser. As you can see, I've also moved the water source blocks. They were actually just around here and the water used to flow down. Now the reason I've changed that is because down there at the collection area I was finding feathers and raw chicken, and I think that's because they were getting drowned by those source blocks. And the dispenser here, I've now put the 5 o'clock down the front here. It's powered by this switch, and the way it works is you can turn on or off this torch here. Now when it's on, it powers the circuit which inverts this torch here, and when that's inverted, this circuit here isn't powered, and this is the one that activates the dispenser. So I'm still working on trying to make this whole building look really nice, and that's why I've put these two switches next to each other. And so this one here just, you know, runs a couple of redstone torches as inverters round to the circuit underneath, which changes the state of the pool here and the chicken cooker part. So I won't be working on it again this episode, but we'll definitely be coming back and finishing this thing off in the future. Okay, so before this episode's over, we've got a couple more things to do. Now in the comments someone asked me about these jack-o'-lanterns and if they were lighting these saplings here. Now saplings, in order to grow into trees, need a light level of 9 directly above them, and I'm not 100% sure I've got this correct, but I read the wiki and the jack-o'-lantern will emit a light level of 15 and water will reduce light level by 1. So that block there will be 14, this will be 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So that one there is giving the correct light level for this sapling, but that would mean I'd need an entire row of jack-o'-lanterns under there, which I'm not sure I want to do yet. So most likely I'll end up putting torches alongside here for them to grow. Now I've been thinking about if they can actually grow in the daytime and if the leaves are blocking sunlight, which is why only some of these have grown. But I'll have to do more tests. At the moment I'm just leaving there to see if they grow, and then I'll put torches on them and see what happens then. And I've also finished the roof, and I think it looks really good now with all the glass in there. And one more thing I'd like to tell you is that at the end of every season I will put the world map up for download, so you can download the map, check the place out, see what I've done so far. And that's about it for this episode, so thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.